Howdy everyone, it's me once again, the one and only Killerrodan. So today I figured I'd do a quick little video here from my original channel. I'll post a link down below for my second channel where I talk about movies and such. And Elvis as well, in the description box below if you want to see some video game related content. That's your cup of tea, I guess. So anyway, the topic at hand is of course is going to be again for like the 100th time here on this channel is that of course I've talked about this something similar before on both channels is when it comes to trans people, one thing I never understood, okay, one of many, and no, that's not stab towards them, just put it out there, it's just more like the reaction towards them, just having the idea of women's safety being used as a weapon towards them, like acting as if that trans people will be targeting women, or cisgender women specifically, just to do some kind of heinous crime, whatever that may be. This could be varying things like to sexual assault, be adults, or somebody else that may be in the dressing room of some store, some mall, or just to do something heinous thing also in the bathroom, whatever that may be. Which just seems like it's ridiculous, because it is. Because if one of these individuals wanted to do that, they would have gone and done it anyway. These individuals don't have to have this expensive ass surgeries. And yes, you heard me say surgeries, not one, because that's another misconception. A lot of people just assume that they're just going to have one surgery and bada bing, bada boom, and there you go. No, it has to be multiple, and yes, it would be expensive. It would be more than a cord, let's put it that way. So why the hell would they want to do that kind of a thing just to do that? Go through all these expenses just to do that. They will have the voice change, there's some voice exercise, and putting so much effort into this just to do that, which is ridiculous. I mean, yes, there are some out there who are already look feminine to begin with, and some of them may be already have like a girly voice, so if they want to practice anything, it won't be that much really. So there was that. Some of them will have some bit of a head start depending on who you're talking to. So what I'm referring to is that fact that a lot of people just would assume that all these trans women specifically, I guess, as if you already tell. And it's not that the trans men don't have like the stupid stereotypes as well, but I'm just saying that a lot of these individuals would just be assuming that trans women would just be automatically masculine, without the beard and everything. It just seems ridiculous when you think about it. There's all these kinds of assumptions that they're gonna do something heinous or whatever, which doesn't make any sense, like at all. Yes, of course, all these assumptions come from the conservatives, of course, just talking about kinds of bullshit from this trans community, which unfortunately was definitely a trend in 2023, of course. But I'm not going to say every politician is like this, because that's not obviously not the case here. Because yes, there have been politicians that have been trying to, of course, take attacks towards them, have attacks on the women's rights, or have just used that as or some other religious people might use. You gotta help the women out as a tag towards trans women, because if you have a sex change, you're not that gender that you want to identify as. But the thing is that a lot of people just take things out of context, as they often do, and trying to use women's rights as a way to just take jabs towards them, which, again, like stating, this doesn't make any sense, like at all. It seems like an odd obsession towards trans people in general, whether it's female to male or male to female, because a lot of these individuals seem to think that, again, like I just said a moment ago, that they're trying to do something behind the scenes, and they're trying to ruin what it means to be a man or what it means to be a woman. Like as if they're trying to redefine what it means to be a man and a woman, which clearly isn't the case, because that's not what they're trying to do, like whatsoever, like at all. And part of this is a response to what Dave Chappelle have been doing, of course, making these jokes, and he recently had.
Perhaps you ought to make your
well, it's recently in the time of this video anyway. Also, we see some controversy because, again, jabs towards trans people, which he has done before, so he's doing it again. And don't get this twisted either. I'm not saying that trans people can't take jokes, because they can. They can take jokes. if there's any one of them that can be overly sensitive, that's just down to the individual, not the community as a whole. Just like with anybody else, there can be some people who are overly sensitive, regardless of your gender identity or sexual orientation. Some people will be like that anyway, regardless of all that. So I'm not going to say that for the entire community. It's just, yeah, they can take a joke, even though some of them might be overly sensitive. But it just seems that there'll be comedians trying to make fun of these individuals for what are meant stupid reason and trying to justify what they think is the correct. And if they get criticized, they act as if that they're trying to take their freedom of speech away, which of course is not the case. Like I don't either. When you think about it, but how is it that you're going to try to fight for women's rights, but then deny the rights for trans women? I don't know. It's the same thing the other way around, trying to fight the rights for men, and then not bother with the rights of trans men. I don't get any of this, really, because it's absurd. Really? I don't get it. This seems rather bizarre if you ask me. And it's just that, of course, a lot of people are just trying to make jokes, I'm going to call them jokes, at the expense of trans people in general, male to female, female to male. But yeah, it just seems odd. When you think about it, it just seems odd. Like the people trying to physically insult these people or sexually assault these people, and be like, "Oh no, it's just a joke. I'm just playing." Well, it's not funny. When you think about it, you can't just say things like that and expect nobody to react like that. And I just don't get it. I just no. But yeah, I just thought I'll address this up because a lot of people say that, oh, it's the woke culture trying to ruin comedy, which is a lie because you can separate the support of trans people and the woke culture. You can separate these two, which is possible. And just that a lot of people don't seem to understand that, like whatsoever. And there's like a bunch of other things I could bring up, but that's it for now. Trying to use women's rights to attack trans rights is just ridiculous. Until next time, see you.
Oh, hi.